All right, everybody. My name is Nicholas Lau. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm the Vice President of Operations for Send It Academy. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know there's a lot of things you could be doing tonight, so for you to take time out of your evening to join us, I really appreciate it. I want to respect your time. Try to keep this between 30, 35 minutes. Sometimes I might go a little bit longer. Depends how excited I get about what I'm talking about. But anyways, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and get the presentation slides going, teach you a little bit about the different things we do at Send It Academy. And then I'm going to bring on a very special guest to give their testimonial. And we should be out of here in 30, 35 minutes. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. If you can see me, hear me, and see my slides, please drop a 1 in the chat. Then I know all three things are working and we can get going. All right. Perfect. Thank you very much. So let me just go ahead and go to full screen mode here. All right. Again, the name of the company is Send It or Send It Academy. We do go by both names. Before I get started, I want to give you a little income disclaimer. It's important to note that although you have the potential to earn money with us, we cannot make any promises or guarantees on your success. Just understand that you have an even playing field to be able to learn and earn in very different ways. So go to senditids.com for our income disclosure statement. That's senditids, income disclosure statement, senditids.com. All right, so you're probably here for various different reasons, but one of the ones that is the most popular, somebody probably told you about being able to earn for writing letters. So you could earn up to $5 per handwritten letter, and we'll get more into that as we go along. Let me tell you a little bit about our company first at Send It Academy. We're a Nevada-based company. We teach you how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations, including gaming websites and casinos. A majority of these corporations pay their users in online coins, also called sweep coins, as in sweepstakes. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to convert those coins into cash via online gaming. We teach you this conversion process, and that's a very important word, conversion. We'll go over that in a bit, which helps you retain most of the coins, which you can then use to cash out. I want you to understand that part of the process does involve gaming websites. If that conflicts with your personal beliefs, this might not be for you, but I want you to stick around. I want you to hear the information. It might be a better fit for somebody you know. And we also have a very generous affiliate program for our members. And on top of that, we teach so many other things, which we'll get into later. So as far as the letter writing program, which we call paid per letter, who's it good for? It's good for stay-at-home parents. It's good for retirees, students, and basically anybody looking to add some extra income into their household. We have a community of over 20,000 people, and there's people from all walks of life that are here for different reasons. Now, here are the requirements. You must be at least 21 years of age in most states. You must reside in the United States, excluding Idaho, Michigan, Washington State, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Delaware. I know that's like 1/3 of the states, but I got to make sure that I'm compliant and let you guys know which states the letter writing is not available in. For, every state can make their own rules. And unfortunately, those states, it's not allowed. However, this list is subject to change. Sometimes states can change their decision and say, okay, it's available here again. And then sometimes, the opposite could happen. Okay. So just understand that it can be subject to change. So the question you have to ask yourself is, can you write? Because if you can write, we can teach you exactly what to write, who to write to. We check your work to make sure it's correct. You mail the letters, you get paid. Very easy to learn. I'm going to go over some success stories here real quick. And then after that, I'm going to bring on our special guest. But before I get into the success stories, I want to explain how this process works so you can visualize it. It's very important that you can kind of understand and see what happens. First of all, in the United States, we have these things called sweepstakes. Okay. Now, as far as the sweepstakes go, they are government regulated, meaning the government has certain conditions that need to be met. And in this case, the government is basically telling sweepstakes websites that in order for you to be compliant, you have to allow people to be able to play for free. You have to have a way for them to play for free. Yes, they can deposit money. Yes, they can do that. But we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to do something. So that's where sweepstakes writing came from. You write to these websites, and basically it's like 3 sentences, and you're telling them who you are, where you're from. I'd like to participate on your website. I promise to obey the rules. If you would, please deposit some sweep coins into my account. So you send off these letters, and in most cases, for most of the casinos, you can send as many letters as you want. Okay. And after they get the letters, there's a waiting period. And then what happens is there's these deposits that come into your account, which we call drops. Once you get the drop into your account, that's where the conversion process starts. Remember, I said that very important word earlier, conversion. What does that mean? That means that the money that they just deposited into your account, it's not your money. It's their money. They said, here's our money that you can play with. And if you play with it, whatever you earn from that, you could take out, and that's your money. Okay. Now, most people are thinking, well, I mean, what if I lose all the money? Well, then if you lose all the money, you lose all the money. But that's not going to happen because we have a very specific process that we use. We teach you which type of games to play, which volatility to play at. And what happens is if you follow the way we have laid out the system, you're going to retain about 90% of your coins. Okay. So if, let's just say, for simple math, for every letter you write, you earn about $5 worth of coins. Okay. And you wrote 20 letters. So several weeks later, $100 worth of coins is deposited into your account. Now you got to go play with that $100. Let's just say after, playing it, you did 20 cents a spin on these games. And after, a couple of hours, you're like, okay, well, I've used all 100 coins that I had. Well, you had 90 coins left. Well, that 90 coins is now yours. You have completed the conversion process. Okay. Now that money is no longer the casino's money. That money is your money. And now you can ACH transfer that directly to your bank account. If you decide to keep playing after that, at that point, you are actually gambling because it is now your money and you decided to keep playing. And if you lose your money after that, that's on you. That is not what we teach. We teach you how to convert the money that they drop into your account and be able to pull that out. Okay. So for this example right here, this person, they were able to redeem $508 from one of the gaming websites. They were able to redeem 151 from the other. This person had 355 coins dropped into their account, and they were actually able to walk away with more than what they started with. This person too, they started with 226 and they were able to redeem 414. Is that the norm? No, that's not the norm to end up with more money than you start with. Does it happen a lot in our community? Yes. Why? Because we have a community of over 20,000 people. When you have that many people, then the odds are you're going to have more stories like this where people actually started with one amount of money and ended up with more. But on average, we tell you you're going to retain about 90% of your money, and then you can go ahead and withdraw that. Okay. So that is how the process works. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get myself out of the way for just a minute. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring on a good friend of mine who's been in this program for a very long time. She's like what we call one of our OGs, like our original members. So her name's Cindy Brown. She's originally from Michigan, about 30 miles or 30 minutes from Detroit. And she was there until she was about 24 years old. Then she moved to Florida where she lived for 28 years. She did different things there. And then she was a first responder. Then she retired. And in 2023, she moved to Colorado where she lives now. And her hobbies are being a caregiver, or, was being a caregiver to her mother until her mother passed away. And then being a blessing to other people like myself. She's a blessing to me and to so many people in our community. So she started learning pickleball, which I have learned as well. As a matter of fact, my new pickleball paddles are right here behind me. That's why I have my virtual screen, so you can't see how messy my office is, but we'll get into that another time. So she actually just did this today. She was just telling me before we started the call that she's doing this hot cold therapy. So she might need to speak about that for a little bit. So, and she likes to do cold plunges. I do not like to do cold plunges. I don't like anything cold. But anyways, this is not about me. This is about Cindy. So what I'm going to do is get myself out of the way, bring on Cindy. Cindy, can you hear me? Oh, can you unmute yourself?
Yep. Hey
Awesome.
guys, how are you?
Floor is yours, my friend.
Woo! He did a good job speaking me up. Um, I love it, and I love the chat. Everybody giving me support. I love it. And my sponsor's on here, Corey. So I'm going to give a big shout out to Corey because without her, I would have never found out about this. She kind of brought it into a friend of mine in Montreal told her about it, and she couldn't write. So she's like, "Hey, Cindy, check this out." So I kind of looked at it and I said, "Oh, that just sounds too good to be true." I don't know. It's been around for, about, I don't know, 8, 9 months. I don't know. Well, then it's like, you know what? What else I got to lose? I'm retired. I'm working at the Stanley Hotel, pouring drinks and just BSing with people. So I thought, well, let me give it a try. And I have to say it has been the best decision I've ever made in my life. The $200 to get started and the $25 a month is nothing compared to what I've received from this community. Besides just, making some money. Um, I can honestly say that each and every person, they're the real deal. And, when you want to partner with a company and you want to learn things, um, being a first responder, you expect me when I come to your house and you're knocking on heaven's door, you expect me to do everything humanly possible to help you and to save your life and to have integrity and to be truthful and be compassionate. And everyone at this corporation and company has that and more. And I absolutely love that. So I just jumped in and said, okay, I mean, what do I have to lose? So let's write up some of these letters and let's follow the lesson. And also, if you're worried about the $25 a month, the best part is that if you pay a year in advance, you get 2 months free. So it's 250 instead of the higher amount. So it's a win-win is what I see. So, but the best part, a fifth grader could do these lessons. I swear to God, a fifth grader could do these lessons. And I'm not joking. I made it through high school, probably got some sympathy votes to just push me on because I was very high strung and very loud. So no teachers wanted me. So they wanted to shove me on to the next teacher. And and then I went to college and I struggled and I had to hire a tutor to help me write my papers. I almost didn't make my bachelor's degree, but I got it. And I can honestly say, if you pick any of these programs that they have, it is so super simple. And then the best part is if you're struggling, you can reach out to your sponsor. Like Corey can attest to this, that I have reached out a couple times, sent her a text and said, hey, how about this? Because I'm kind of confused. And she took the time to hold my hand and help me through it. And then there's these, Zoom calls twice a week that you can get on, and it really holds your hand and helps you out. And then on top of it, every program has a Facebook group. How awesome is that? A Facebook group where you can go and research a question, ask a question. If the question doesn't get approved, they'll tell you where to find it so you can find the information. And it's super simple. I mean, that's what I love. But the best part of Send It, it's not just the letter writing, because yes, there is getting more little rules and things like that. And I'm even looking at diversifying and trying other things. Because, Lisa, who's the owner, the one that started all this stuff with, Dustin, Nick, and Julie, she says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I agree with her, but it's hard to do because I'm kind of a creature of habit. I used to go from 1 minute to next minute, not knowing what the hell was going to happen. And now I like structure. I like everything nice and neat and organized. So when she's saying reach out and branch out, it's like, okay, I'm going to try that. So there's other amazing things. We have opportunity to learn how to do a trust and to protect your assets for the future. So if you pass on, it won't be a pain in the butt for your family, and that's a big deal. And my brother just passed away, and it's a nightmare. I can tell you that. It's a complete nightmare. So that can help you out. They walk you through it, and then there's a part where you can pay to have someone to do it. I paid to have someone to do it, and the peace of mind, it's golden. So if I pass on, my son has everything laid out. Another awesome thing is they are also, besides the letter writing, they got a new program in there called writing gigs. And you can look up and find these different writing gigs, and they pay you a different amount of money. But the best part is they have a companion to it that's a 90-day roadmap that exactly shows you hand by hand. Here, let me grab your hand. Do this today, do this tomorrow, and it shows you exactly where to apply, how to do it, how awesome. So if you don't want to do the writing to the casinos, because it sometimes, I'll be honest, it can be very hard to be patient. I'm not patient sometimes. Um, that doesn't do well. I think when they're handing patients out in line, when I was being born, I said, that line's too long, and I skipped it. So, it can be up to 12 weeks or more to get a drop sometimes, but if you're consistent, it helps. And I also kind of threw together some stats today, and I'll get back to the other programs, but I just wanted to throw this out there. Up until May 1st, I have written a certain amount of letters, and I have gotten 93% of all the letters I've sent in have gotten cashed out of 100%. So out of 100, 93 of mine have gone through, and I've gotten credited for it. And as you can tell, I don't have the most pretty handwriting. I should have been a doctor. Really, I should have been a doctor instead of a firefighter paramedic, because my handwriting is not the greatest, as you can tell. So for me, 93% is absolutely amazing. And knowing that, I still have uh, more to be taken care of for my 1 year mark, which was August. That's amazing. But the best part, listen to this. If you follow the instructions step by step and don't cheat, don't listen to any of the other Facebook groups that think they know better, or people stealing stuff from Send It and then putting a little book together. If you follow what Julie says in the back, which does the little instructions, and you do the little step by step, start low, 20 cents, and then you do the conversion, and they teach you how to do the numbers for however much you got to do, and then you set a little timer and you do exactly what they say. From August to May 1st, I equaled out 97.5% ROI out of all of the ones that the 93% of letters that got credited. 97.5% I got back money into my hands for doing it. How awesome is that? Woo! Man, isn't that amazing? Just a little bit of effort, a little bit of patience, and following rules. Again, a fifth grader could do this. If I'm doing it, a fifth grader can do it. And if you're having trouble, please just reach out to me. I'll hold your hand. Whatever you need to do. I used to be an expert caregiver. So my whole life, I was a people pleaser. I got a little bit of boundaries now, but if you need help, I'm willing to help you out. Also, besides the amazing things that I've talked about, they have AI twin mastery. Dude, I'm telling you, AI is absolutely on fire. I cannot believe I really need to dive into that, because if I don't get on the bus, I'm going to be left behind. I can tell you. And I don't want to miss it. It's almost sort of like crypto when Bitcoin. I had a friend that was told about Bitcoin. We talked about it, and we all agreed it was bullshit. This person was just trying to steal money from us. Guess what? I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I've been a multi-billionaire by now if I had just listened. All he wanted was $1,000 from me back then. And I said, nope, can't do $1,000. You're trying to steal money from me. Oh my God, I was an idiot. But it teaches you how to do AI. We have to get on AI. I'm just off topic. I'm taking a course, a year-long course, to do some things that I'm passionate about. And it's version 6 of this course. And you know what the instructor said today during orientation? The reason they had to update it is because some of the stuff is they got better knowledge from AI, how to present things better. So things were worded and better, and they used AI to improve the techniques of the class. So AI is the future. Get on board, just like the parent company to this, Bullish Moon. It's crypto. I'm sitting here under my desk, and I am using one of those pedal bikes, and I don't have it on my wrist, but you can see where the tan line is. It's on my ankle because I'm earning crypto for exercising, for sleeping, for burning calories. So that's another program that you can get hooked up with. How awesome is that? And now the icing on the cake. Amazon. Who on here does Amazon? I mean, come on. If you're not doing Amazon, you're under a rock. Let's just be honest. I mean, even my mom in her 80s and she could barely work the remote control and knew what Amazon was. So, guess what? You can get on Amazon and you can learn to sell things. You could go to Walmart and go to the clearance aisle and scan it and see what it's or type it in on what's it selling on Amazon and get it for a discount and sell it on Amazon. They show you step by step how to do that. How awesome is that? Now, if you don't want the product and stuff, they show you another way. But then there's another beautiful thing that I'm going to be doing because I'm getting better at, speaking and talking is I'm going to do the affiliate program, which means you can go around and take like this little wireless speaker and do a review of it and post it on Amazon. And when somebody clicks and says, "Ooh, I like Cindy's video. She was very descriptive," and then goes, click, buy, guess what? Cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm getting some money in my pocket. How easy is that? It's like a minute video or less. And I could tell you, I've clicked on people's videos, and that was the main reason I bought their product because I like their video review. So I'm going to start checking that out. And then there's a little link that you can call up your friends and say, my other friend in Florida just bought all brand new patio furniture. Guess where he got it from? Amazon. I told him he was a complete idiot yesterday. When he sent me the picture showing me he's putting together and complaining because it's got 1,000 screws, I said, "Where'd you get that from?" He goes, "Amazon." I said, "You're an idiot. Why didn't you tell me?" And I could have had a friend get you an affiliate link and they could have made some money off of it. You could tell your friends to get little, give your family and friends and get them little links. And then if they buy from your link, you get a little cha-ching, cha-ching. And that's residual over and over. So just think if you spent and maybe a half an hour a week doing maybe one or two videos a week, and there's 52 weeks in a year. Oh, how about this? One video a week for 52 weeks. That's 52 videos on any sort of product, like uh, this bio stuff. Talk about how great it is to buy for my contacts, or talk about this speaker, or, how I love these pins. They feel so good. I can write for hours and hours and hours. If I just did 52 videos and somebody clicks on it, you're getting some more money. So again, another win-win. And again, we have an amazing woman that it will hold your hand and teach you step by step. And she's a live person besides the videos. So you can go on her Facebook page and say, "Hey, I don't get this. I don't understand." I promise you, she'll hold your hand. And then if you're going to write a book, or you need to learn how to write a book or how to do publishing, there's KDP. So you can write a book. There was a child on here of a beautiful woman. Her daughter had some health issues, and her daughter wrote a book. I think she's 8 years old or something. She wrote a book. And guess what? They published it on Amazon. And now that book, every time somebody buys it, they're making money so they can do for her health care and her special needs that she has. How awesome is that? We all have creativity. How many of us want to, do like a coloring book? I bought this off of Amazon. I'm sure this would be easy. It's just a bunch of coloring stuff. This keeps me sane, just how easy it would be to make one of your own and post it and give your link out. I mean, that's worth $25 a month. The Amazon's worth $25 a month. The extra writing gigs, if you don't want to just do the letters and do the casino because it takes too long and 10, 12 weeks is too much patience, you do the new writing gig. And in 90 days, they gave you a complete roadmap and you're on your way. How awesome is that? And then there's YouTube. I love YouTube. I love clicking on those little everyday videos. That's amazing. I love it. I would love to learn how to put videos on YouTube and how to get people to watch it and get the algorithm. So I start earning money. Then there's TikTok. Who all loves me some TikTok, people? Come on, give me a TikTok fan. Everybody loves TikTok. But guess what? The TikTok, we got another lady that's an expert at TikTok. And she holds your hand just like the YouTube, and they walk you through step by step how to get on TikTok, how to do a live video, how to not do a video, how to stop a video, how to post it, how to do the algorithm, what you need to say to get things going. How awesome is that? Another Facebook group, people. Woo! I love it. They're selling an Etsy. My friend, I was just talking to her about it. She's retired now. Her mom has gone to see the Lord. And she said, I think I might start doing crafts again and selling them on Etsy. I said, really? Wow. I said, well, when you go to do that, let me know because there's through the academy I'm with, there's a program to show you how to sell on Etsy. She's like, really? And how much is it? I told her, she said, oh, I might do that, Cindy. That would be great. She goes, I can make the crafts and then sell them. Again, it shows you step by step by step. There's a mystery shopper link to show you step by step. There's the road to perfect credit. That's the brand new nugget that just got dropped. I am excited about this one. Being a caregiver, taking care of people, being a people pleaser. I bought two guys, one guy a motorcycle and one guy a BMW. And I was an idiot and got left at the curb on both. And I got stuck with the bills. So, yeah, my credit, it wasn't the best. But guess what? It shows you step by step by step by step how to do it. And if you're not patient, like I'm not, they have a beautiful woman who will hold my hand and do it for me and get my credit perfect. Because guess what? If your credit is good, you're going to get better interest rates, better deals. It's a win-win situation. Trust me on that. So, and then my favorite thing that I watch all the time is the mindset and affirmations. And it's free. Lisa does a bunch of them. I've watched them 3 times, and I absolutely love how if you start your day perfect, what you put into your mind gets into your soul and comes out. So if you're angry and mad and hateful, it's because you're putting garbage in. Let's change the attitude and put some positiveness in. And then on top of all this, they have a Bible study once a week and a Facebook group that will pray for you, will praise you, will do whatever. And we're in a Bible group. What company is out there that promotes God? It puts God first. Not a lot of them. So it's very exciting that they're doing all this. And then the icing, another nugget. Now, are you guys tracking me with me? $25 a month. I've said all this. Dude, do I need to come hit you with a hammer or what? I mean, $25? You can definitely earn that 1,000 times back by the end of the year if you just jump in and bite the bullet and do it. And if you're not happy, let me know. But I can guarantee you, if you can't find something to do here, I can guarantee you can earn some money by the end of the year and have some Christmas presents if you do some steps right now to take an advantage for you. But also, they have this new little affiliate program, a link that's part of Send It called PassPass, which is a giveaway site. And all I do is take about a minute a day and I click on these little giveaways. This is one of the giveaways I won. This thing rocks. I love my Bose. I'm a Bose fanatic, speaker fanatic. But man, this is pretty damn good for a little portable one. And the best part, it's got a little thing so I could walk with it. Because my Bose ones is permanent in the house. So how awesome is that? That is amazing. I love it. So that's really simple. Another program you can join, and it's simple, easy. And then on top of all this, you can refer your friends, and then you can earn extra income. So it's a double win-win. I promise you, if you just trust what I'm saying and just believe in yourself and this community, you can make it. by Christmas, you can have some extra Christmas money. And then once you start the new year, it will absolutely be unbelievable. I can promise you that. And then also with the Pass, they have amazing travel, restaurants, deals, all that stuff, hotels, concert tickets, AMC. I went and saw a movie the other day and got my ticket cheaper than I did on my AMC that I pay for every month or once a year. So I'm telling you, do yourself a favor. Don't sit on this like I did for several months and said, "Oh, I got to think about it. I got to think about it." What's there to think about? If I'm steering you wrong, let God knock me down right now, which I can guarantee you he's not. For $25 a month, $250 for the whole year, $199 to join, it is a no-brainer. Absolutely no brainer. So if you want to write letters, if you want to do the writing gigs, if you want to do the Amazon, the KD3 publishing, learn how to sell on YouTube, doing some TikTok, Etsy, if you got little artsies and craft, get your credit fixed so you can get better interest rate instead of paying, 20, 30% for a car, you can get into single digit. It will help change your mindset every day. We got Bible study, and every single thing I'm talking about, we got beautiful Facebook group and people that respond and hold your hand. We got a support that's like none I've ever seen. If you send a ticket in, they get back with you within a few days. Now, if they're super slammed, it might take 5 days, but where else are you getting that kind of attention with a complete detailed list? I'm telling you, it's a no brainer. It's absolutely everything that you ever want. And yes, I'll give you this. Yes, you can go to this other Facebook group and get the shit for free and maybe YouTube it and all that. But where you learn the most is where you have people what same like-mindedness as you and that will literally hold your hand and do everything. And every week there is Zooms for each of these programs, for TikTok, for selling on Amazon. The credit repair will have it, and Pass has it, and the letter writing has it. Everything. We have Zooms every week, every single day almost. So do yourself a play favor, say yes to you, do like I did, and have it change your life. And on the best note of it all, I've never, I've had a rough life. It has not been an easy road. This April, I went to the convention and I was in a bad spot. And we had a mindset coach there. And she pretty much had asked me, there was like 100 of us there. And kind of was having us do an exercise for a year, 5 years, 10 years. And she was going around picking people, asking, and she picked me. And she asked me, what do you think? And I'm like, I can't. She's like, what? And I'm like, no, I don't know. I can't see myself having anything. I just don't know. I'm just doing this because I paid for it. And I don't think my life's going to be going this way. And she's like, trust me, it's going to go good. Well, I just looked at her and I kind of snapped. And I said, well, to be honest with you, you want to know the truth? I said, I'm going to Mexico to do a medicine journey. And if it doesn't go good, I'm probably going to come back here to the United States and I'm checking out. I'm going to kill myself. Well, I can tell you, I had more people come up and encourage me and just tell me, Cindy, you're going to make it. Prayed for me, prayed over me. I wasn't there to ask for anybody's sympathy. At that point, I already had a plan. I had it detailed. I had a note written. Everything was all laid out when I was going to come back to the U.S. Because I was going right from Vegas to San Diego, then to Mexico. So, and this is right at Easter. But what kind of played in the back of my mind was that these people cared so much. And when I got back after my 5-day journey and booted my phone up, several people had sent me a private text and said, Cindy, we've been praying for you all week. How are you? Are you okay? You know what? You don't get that anywhere else. So yes, maybe go join those free Facebook groups, join those free YouTube things. And yes, you can figure all this shit out yourself. But at the end of the day, it's community, it's love, it's people that care about people, that come along and hold people. Yes, there's always a bad apple in every sort of organization, But I would tell you 98% of this organization and the people that are here are going to wrap their arms around you, hug you. You could reach out to any of us and we will be there for you in thick and thin. And you can't get that for anybody else. So I'm just, for the love of God, say yes to you. I did, and it's been the biggest blessing of my life. Am I doing all the other programs yet? No. And I told you why. But I'm going to start saying yes more so I can diversify. Now, I do the crypto and I'm doing the giveaway thing, but I'm going to get into learning more skills because it's going to help me in the long run. And I know if I hit a roadblock, I can reach out to the Facebook group or send a message or get on a Zoom and say, hey, I'm stuck on this step. I don't understand this. And they're going to hold your hand. No one is left behind in Send It Academy. And I'm telling you that. That's important. That was our motto at the fire department. And it is at the military too. No one is left behind. And I swear on my life, no one is left behind. We got you. We love you. Say yes to yourself. Jump in. If you need help or anything, your sponsor is not answering, find me on Facebook. It's Cynthia Brown in Colorado. It's not Cindy Brown, it's Cynthia Brown. Reach out. I got you. We'll help you out. Thanks again. Get back to your sponsor and get hooked up. And if you need more hookup, reach out to me, whatever you need to do. I just want to tell you guys thank you. I'm going to say thank you to Nick, Julie, Lisa, and Dustin for giving me the opportunity to get on here and speak my heart. I really appreciate it more than anything. I appreciate your guys' time. I know time is really valuable, especially on a Wednesday night. And I love you guys. I want you guys to have the freedom like I am, where if you're down and out and you don't know where you're going to get your next meal from or what's going to happen, I know I could have reached out. This beginning of the year, I spent my 54th birthday in ICU. I was sick as a dog. And one of the saving graces was that I had some money coming in from the letter writing because I was down and out for 3 months. I'm not married. I'm kind of ornery, so I'm still single, just like Nick. He's single. We're kind of ornery people. So, it's just how it is. But I know my teddy bear is coming one day and it's going to be good. But you know what? I knew in my heart that I had people that cared. And I got on the Zooms and they just were encouraging. And, on especially the Send It prayer group, the prayer little Bible group that we have, they just kept encouraging. People reach out and send me a little message. That little stuff matters. It's not all about the money, guys. At the end of the day, it's about coming along and holding us and moving us up. And yeah, if you want to refer people, then you're going to make more money. And then you can help them. We can break generational curses with money by doing this program and setting our family up for the future. All right. That's it, guys. I love you.
Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, drop some love, fire. Drop your favorite emoji in the chat right now. I want to see that thing fill up. I actually forgot it was my presentation. I started eating chocolate. I'm like, this is a really good presentation. I'm like, oh wait, this is my presentation. So I said I better get back on the camera here soon. Thank you very much, Cindy. I really, really appreciate that. She's such a blessing to our community. I think even my mom came up to my door. She's like, "Man, he's been silent for a while. I hope he's okay." So no, everything's fine. So it's like Cindy has the floor right now. So awesome. Okay, I know we said 30 minutes. That's not going to happen now. But let me go ahead and get back into the slides here. All right, if you can see my screen, hear me, see me, just drop a 1 in the chat. And thank you very much, Cindy. I really, really appreciate that. Let me just do that so we make sure the recording is still good. All right, perfect, cool. Let's see here. All right, let me go back into full screen mode from the current slide. I don't even know how to top that. I'm actually pretty good, but like today, not so much. So actually, so the only thing I can do is I do have a new book on Amazon. So I mean that's all I can say. So if you go under Nicholas Lau coloring books, you'll see some of my coloring books, and we'll get more into that in just a second. So let me go ahead and all right. We're still good. You guys can still see my screen. Yes. Yeah, I know she did cover it all. Actually, my own staff was messaging me. She's like, "Is she applying for your job?" I said, "Yes, she's actually applying for my job. She'll be taking over next week, and then I will be on the golf course." All right. So we already did this slide. So now let's talk about the letters specifically. These letters that we're writing for the sweeps. They're handwritten letters. They need to be handwritten by you. You can't outsource it and have somebody else do it. They do check for handwriting. So if you're thinking, well, I'll do it for a while and then I'll let my spouse do it for a while, can't do that. They'll catch the handwriting differences. You'll be disqualified. You earn credits into your gaming account, typically about 10 to 12 weeks. There's sometimes you get lucky and sometimes your drops will start coming in about 8 weeks. It just depends. But I'd rather just give you a more realistic expectation that is about 10 to 12 weeks. And then 4 to 6 minutes. That's about how long it takes to, write your index card, write the sentences, put it in the envelope, seal it, stuff it. And as you get better, your timing and speed will increase. So this is for informational purposes only. Go to sendidids.com for our income disclosure statement. This is just to give you a visualization. So let's say you start writing, you have a full-time job, just trying to break into a rhythm. If you could do 10 letters a day, maybe 5 in the morning before you go to work and maybe 5 in the evening after dinner or before you go to sleep, you're doing 10 letters a day. That could bring up to $1,000 a month into your household. After you get a little bit better and you're like, well, I could do 5 more at lunch and I could do 5 more either, after dinner or before I go to bed. Now you're up to 20 letters. Well, if you could do up to 20 letters a day, that could potentially bring up to $2,000 a month into your household. That's some life-changing money there for a lot of people. That will enable them to maybe get a car. That will enable them to maybe move into a nicer place, save for a vacation. There's a lot of things you can do if you have an extra $2,000 a month coming in. There's people on this call right now. They literally do 40 letters a day, 5 days a week. Now, their situation might be a little bit different. Maybe they work from home. Maybe they don't even have a job. And this is just what they do is their side hustle. Well, if your side hustle can make you $4,000 a month, it's not really a side hustle anymore. For a lot of people, that is literally life-changing income, and it is happening in our academy all the time. Let's talk a little bit about the longevity of the sweepstakes industry. Sweepstakes has been around forever. Technology's just made it easier. So what used to be sweepstakes in magazines and newspapers is now right there on social media. You click a link, you download it, the games are up on your phone. You don't have to wait for a floppy disk or CD to come in the mail. The number of people sending letters doesn't affect your success because what happens when there's more competition, more websites start opening up. Just like when you're in Las Vegas, they don't have these casinos that are 5 miles apart. They're literally stacked one on top of another because they know competition is good. And the reality is, as long as every year people keep turning 21 years old, then there's always going to be a market for gaming. It's 100% legal. These corporations are government run and regulated. So even though Cindy already did this for me, I'm going to briefly go through some of our other products. But Okay, so the letter writing course, paid per letter, we have that in Spanish now. So if you know some people that maybe English is not their first language, they can go through the whole thing in Spanish. They still have to write their letters in English, but even before we had paid per letter in Spanish, we had a lot of Spanish-speaking people. They were just taking their time and learning it, and they figured it out. Now it just made it that much easier. The trust program, as Cindy mentioned, if you want to get a trust, we have a program. So some of these things are an extra cost. Some of them are part of your membership. The trust program is an extra cost because we have to pay a specialized educator to teach you how to create irrevocable trust, how to live out of it, how to protect your assets. Very, very important because we don't just teach you how to make money. We want to teach you how to save money, how to keep your financial house in order. We also have a Send It Cashback app, and that's free to everybody. You don't even need to join Send It. If you go to senditcashback.com, it'll send you to this page. You download it from either your Google Play or your Apple Store, and that'll give you discounts on so many different places. You don't even need to show them the app. As long as your debit or credit card is linked to the app, if you go shopping at any of those places, as soon as you swipe the card, you'll get a little notification on your app saying, hey, you've got a cashback reward, and they'll pay that out once a month. But here's the cool thing. Those businesses that are on the app, somebody had to get them on the app, right? So the company that made us the app, you could also work directly with them. And if you get businesses to sign up to be on the app, you get a commission. And here's the cool thing. It's not even expensive. To get a business to be on the app is only $200. for 2 years. I mean, for a business owner, that's pennies. I know we have business owners on this call and they're like, only $200 for 2 years? Yep. And not only that, they'll pay you $100 commission. So it's very in line with what we do at Send It Academy, because Send It Academy, as Cynthia mentioned earlier, it is $200 to start and $25 a month. So you pay $225. We'll get into that later, but we also pay a 50% fee. So when we partnered with them, it's like your price point is literally the same as our price point. We will make beautiful partners, and that's what we've done. Send It giveaways. So as she mentioned as well, PassPass is another company we work with. They do giveaways every single day. They have giveaways that are small. They have giveaways that are large. Every 3 months, they give away a brand new car. So as Cindy mentioned, her sponsor is Corey, and Corey also has another lady on her team named Stacy, and Stacy won the Range Rover. She got a nice Range Rover worth 6 figures, and she won it from that giveaway. So every day when we log into the app, we just keep hitting those giveaways, and it gives us more entries. So the next one is going to be for a $125,000 Ford Raptor customized truck. That'll be about 2 months from now. So the big ones are, every 3 months. And then the medium ones are like every month. And then the smaller ones are literally every day. Like every day we're giving away Bluetooth speakers and headphones and different workout kits, and there's so many different things. It's an awesome program. So that's another one that's separate. They have a separate cost. Now let's get into the things that you do get with your membership. Send It KDP, or KDP, which is book publishing from Amazon, like that book I just showed you, my coloring book. That is done on KDP. I'll be teaching classes on that here soon. The course is already in the back, so you can go through it at your own pace. But I'll start going live once a week, or maybe once every other week, if people have questions, if they need help on how to create a book. And we're not talking about novels. We're talking about easy books. We're talking about coloring books, journals, crossword puzzles, things that you could even use artificial intelligence to create very, very quickly. Amazon influencer. So we have a great instructor. Her name's Loretta, and she is out of Alberta, Canada, and she teaches Amazon influencer, Amazon selling, Amazon associates. So there's different ways to make money on Amazon. We also have Send It credit. We have a course where you could go through it yourself and fix your own credit. But if you don't want to, we have a young lady on staff that's just starting here soon, and you could pay her directly. It's a very affordable cost monthly, and she'll fix your credit. Typically speaking, maybe 3-4 months, you'll start seeing some improvements. Sometimes if people have like really, really trashed their credit, it might take a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter, because once you get that fixed, it's going to make all the difference. We also have TikTok, and I believe she's on the call right now. So Heather, she's our TikTok instructor, and she's absolutely phenomenal. If you've ever been scared of TikTok, she would tell you firsthand. She was scared to death. She didn't want to do it. She thought it was for kids and stuff. And once she got on, she's like, oh, wow, there's some power here. And now she teaches people how to do TikTok and how to do it correctly, how to stay compliant, how not to get your account banned, what things to look out for. I mean, like Loretta and Heather, like those two alone, just learning TikTok and Amazon and being able to like infuse those type of things together, they're worth the money alone. But we give so many other things. People originally started just for the paid per letter program, and all we do every month is keep adding more. We even have a Bible study class, like Cindy told you about. It's very near and dear to her heart. So Bible study is once a week. We don't force it on anybody. We are a faith-based community, but we don't force religion on anybody. But Bible study is actually one of our more popular classes. A lot of times more people show up on Bible study than my classes. I'll be okay about that, but eventually somebody will come to my class. But it's okay. Bible study is fun. I like it too. So, and we have so much more. So let's talk about Lisa. Lisa is the creator of the Paid Per Letter program. She's the co-founder of Send It Academy with Dustin Mansell. She's a wife and mother of 4 boys. She resides in Northern California. So she discovered the letter writing method about 3 years ago. And she just kind of started, and she's like, oh, might have something here. So then 2 years ago, she was like, let me go ahead and do this every single day, or 5 days a week, and let me just dedicate myself to this and see what happens. So she did it for a whole year. She dedicated herself to the letter writing thing. She put some other stuff on the back burner, or didn't do it as much. So as she focused on the letter writing thing, at the end of 1 year, she had made $78,000 just from writing letters. It was absolutely incredible. So she also taught her sister, Julie, who's the other vice president in the company along with me. And they're like, hey, maybe we could teach this stuff. So then Lisa went to Dustin, because she knew Dustin from a previous program, and said, hey, you build websites, right? Can you build a website for me? And Dustin said, sure. And then he's like, can you show me what you're doing? So Lisa showed Dustin this whole letter writing thing. And Dustin's like, this is amazing. He's like, I want in on this. Can I partner with you? And Lisa's like, sure. Because with Lisa's ability to make courses and Dustin's huge audience on social media that has followed him for years, it just naturally made sense. Dustin brought his audience. Lisa brought, the proof of concept that this works. And that's how Send It Academy was born. So let's go over the price. I mean, we've kind of already went over the price, but so you could visualize it. So what do you get for $224.99? Okay. So just in the paid per letter program alone, you saw all the other stuff you get with it, but the paid per letter program alone, you get 9 lessons. You could probably get through that in 30 to 60 minutes. You can go through all those videos. You'll know exactly how to do the letter writing. You get community support. We have a Facebook community of over 20,000 people. Always, people are willing and ready and willing to help each other out. You post a question in that group. Or you could search. If you search the group, there's 20,000 people in there. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance that the question you're going to ask has already been asked. So if you already search for it, you'll find out it's there. If not, if your question gets declined, and you'll usually get declined with a response giving you the answer. Okay. We also have template approval. Remember what I said, these letters have to be written correctly if you want these casinos to pay you out. So we have a template approval team that will read your letter and your envelope, and they'll tell you if there's any errors. If there's errors, they'll ask you to resubmit it. If it's good to go, you'll use that as a template. You start sending letters after you become a member. It's literally that easy. So it's $199. That's the setup fee. One time you pay $199. We set up everything for you. Your back office, we got all that going on. And then after that, it's only $25 a month. Here's the cool thing. When we started this program, January of 2024, that was the price. We have never, ever raised the price. We don't plan on it. Not only that, when we started, all it was a letter writing program, and people were paying that. People on this call right now would tell you they would pay 10 times that to be a part of this community if we went back in time and all we had is a letter writing program. But guess what? We don't just have the letter writing program. Every month, we're adding new things. So not only are we adding more things for you to do, we're also not raising the price. So every month when you pay that $25 a month to be a part of this community, you're getting more and more value. And there's other communities out there that teach different ways to make money from home and side hustles and stuff. I promise you, they're not charging $25 a month. I've been in some of those communities, and they're great communities, but they're charging maybe $47 a month or $97 or $147. And people are actually out there paying it, not knowing that they can get that much value and more from our community for only $25, and there's no contracts you can cancel at any time. We also have an affiliate program. So not only were we going to teach you how to make money with all these skills, you could also refer this program to other people and make money. So as long as you're a member of the program, so everything on the other slide, you paid that, and then you pay $20 one time. It unlocks your affiliate link. Now you have a link to send to other people. When they sign up, you can earn direct and residual pay. How do you get paid? Out of the $199, you get $100, so 50% commission right there. And out of the $25 a month, you make $5 every month. So when somebody signs up for $225, you make $105 right off the bat, which is amazing. So not only are we low cost, we're high commission. So you get the best of both worlds. And then we also have this thing called a matrix. So it's a 3x10 matrix. It's not MLM where you could put people wherever you want. It's not like a team building thing. It's just something that we're going to give more ways for you to make money. It's our company's way of giving back and giving you kind of like a little retirement account or a little savings account. So every person that falls into your 3x10 matrix, you get paid 50 cents a month on. How do people fall into your matrix? People you bring in, people your people bring in, people from above when there's no spots up there and it falls into your matrix. As long as it falls into your matrix and they're active and you're a promoter, you paid that $20 one time, you're going to get 50 cents each, up to 10 levels deep. So we have people in our program that make $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000 a month just on the matrix, not including, signing up anybody new. But not only that, we have one more way to make money. It's called the matrix match. So let's just say, well, I'll give you a real example because they're both on the call. So Cindy gave the testimonial. Her sponsor, Corey, is also on the call. When Cindy gets her matrix check every month, Corey gets a 50% match. She doesn't have to do anything extra. It's just our way of giving back to the community. So the matrix itself, you don't have to do anything for the matrix. But not only that, the sponsor gets a 50% match on their personals matrix. So if Corey has 10 different people she signed up and they're all out there promoting it, she's going to get a 50% match on everybody's matrix check. So it's really, really awesome. So this is another way to make money on top of when you just regularly sign somebody up and make your $105 commission. And when every month when they make their $25 payment, you make $5. So rest assured, between all the courses that we have in our affiliate program, there is so many ways to make money at Send It Academy. So what comes with your promoter back office? You get capture pages, you get landing pages. We do all the follow-ups. You can email people yourself if you want, but we also follow up. So let's just say you fall off the wagon and you're not doing any sort of marketing, but you did for a little while. Well, we're still following up with all of your leads. So if 4 months down the road, you get a $105 commission, it was probably one of our emails that we sent to one of your leads where maybe timing wasn't right then, but now timing is right now. And it just lined up. And it's like, oh, wow, I made a $105 commission. I haven't even had a chance to promote Send It in a few months. That's how we set it up. We set up this system for success. So this is an example of a capture page where people put in their information. It'll go to a landing page where people can watch a video, see some testimonials, learn about it. If they like it, they can go ahead and sign up. And that's it. That is the entire presentation. That's what we do at Send It Academy. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day. I know we ran a little bit long here, but it was totally worth it. Drop some love again for Cindy in the chat. She did absolutely amazing. That was like one of the best testimonials we've ever had. So whatever the case may be, get back to the person that invited you. Get their link, get signed up. We'll see you in the academy. Again, my name is Nicholas Lau. I am the Vice President of Operations from Send It Academy. I'm out here in Dallas, Texas. Corporate is in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you have any questions, get back to your sponsor. We'll get them answered, and we'll see you soon, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.